Now, continuation of the 148 problem. Now here, the axis of the pyramid is inclined to VP at 45 degrees. So, in the second position, when the slant edge rests on HP, then naturally the axis will going to become inclined to HP. Since the axis is inclined to HP, so in the top view, you will going to get the apparent length. Since the axis inclination with respect to VP is given as 45 degree, which is a true inclination, but the second position top view in the position of the axis will going to be the apparent length. So we cannot transfer the apparent length on the true inclination line. So since he has given the true inclination, so we have to transfer only the true length of the axis. So in order to do that, first we consider any point on the XY line, and by using the protractor you measure an angle of 45 degree and then draw a inclined line with respect to XY or with respect to PP. Now since it is the axis is parallel to VP, so we are getting the true length here, that is O dash O1 dash. So you measure the length of O dash O1 dash, which is nothing but the height of the pyramid. So we consider the height of the pyramid, which is 50 mm. Consider any point on the 45 degree line. By using the compass, you cut an arc on the 45 degree line. Then you draw the locus. Then you measure the apparent length of the axis, that is OO1 in the second position top view. With considering the same point O as center, cut an arc on the locus line so that you will going to get the point O1. Join O to O1 and then extend it. Then you measure the length from O to C by using the compass. From here you cut an arc on this to get the point C. So now we are redrawing the same sketch, the second position top view, on the apparent length line. Then you measure the length from O to this point. From O you mark that point on the OC line or OO1 line. Once you get this point, so from this point using the protractor you measure an angle of 90 degree with respect to OO1. Then draw a perpendicular line to OO1 line. Then by using the compass you measure the distance from this point to B and also from this point to D. Both will going to have the equal distance or the same distances. With this as center, cut an arc on this side to get this B. Similarly to this side to get the point D. Then you measure the distance from O to this point. From O you mark that point. Then AE is perpendicular to OO1. So from this point, by using the protractor you measure an angle of 90 degree with respect to that inclined line OO1. Then measure the distance from this point to A and also from this point to E. Both will going to have same distances or equal distances. So then with the same point here, cut an arc on this side to get the point E and similarly on this side to get the point A. Then join all the edges and reproduce the same second position top view here on the apparent length line and complete the view. Once you complete this, now we need to write the front view. To write the front view, draw a vertical projector from O dash from O to the XY line, whereas O dash is on XY line. Then similarly draw a vertical projector from C to the XY line because C dash is on XY line. Both will go to intersect at this point. So C dash and O dash we have obtained. Then draw a horizontal projector from B dash and D dash and draw a vertical projector from B to get this to intersect at the point B dash. Similarly, draw a vertical projector from B to meet at the point so that you are going to get D dash. Draw a horizontal projector from O1 dash and draw a vertical projector from O1 to get this point O1 dash. Similarly, draw a horizontal projector from A dash E dash and draw a vertical projector from A and E to intersect at A dash and A dash respectively. Then join A dash to B dash, B dash to C dash, C dash to D dash, D dash to E dash and E dash to A dash with a continuous thin line. Similarly, you draw join between A dash to O dash, B dash to O dash, D dash to O dash and E dash to O dash and O1 dash to O dash with a center line. Now we have to apply the condition of visibility. So all the exterior edges of the boundaries of the solids are visible. So O dash C dash, C dash D dash, D dash E dash, E dash E dash, A dash O dash, all the edges will going to form the boundaries of the pentagonal pyramid. So you draw them. Once you look from the front view, A, B, C, D, E, A is a pentagonal surface which is near to the observer, which is quite evident from here also. So the entire pentagonal surface A, B, C, D, E is near to the observer, so it becomes visible. So you join between A dash to B dash and B dash to C dash with a dot line. So then we are left out with B dash O dash and E dash O dash and D dash O dash. So here when you look from the front view, so this is the pentagonal surface which is quite evident, which will going to be visible. So you are going to dot them. So now since B dash is not on the boundary, from B dash you have three edges are emanating out from the B dash. One is B dash C dash and the other one is B dash A dash and B dash O dash. From this point B dash C dash and B dash A dash is already visible. So naturally B dash O dash also becomes visible. This is because from a point, if any one of the edges is visible, then all other edges coming out of that point will going to be visible. So this is the condition. So you apply that from that rule, that B dash O dash also becomes visible. Now we are left out with O dash E dash and O dash D dash. So since B dash A dash is visible, then naturally E dash O dash will going to become invisible, because two visible edges can never cross each other. Similarly, B dash C dash is also D dash O dash is crossing the edge B dash C dash. Since B dash C dash is a visible edge, so naturally D dash O dash will going to become invisible. Since A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash and A dash, the entire pentagonal surface is visible. Since O1 dash is on that surface, so O1 dash is visible. Now, in the final solution, if you look at it, a pentagonal surface, a pentagonal pyramid having 25 edges of base and axis length 50 mm rests on one of its slant edges. Draw its projections when the axis is inclined to VP at 45 degrees. Since this solution is satisfying all the conditions which is given in the problem, and hence the problem is right.